Welcome back to episode 12 of Daily Drives, and today I'm talking about joining the military. So whether you were in the military or you're thinking about joining the military, or I guess if you're not, then you're not probably won't be too interested in this episode. But for me, growing up, I came from a military family. So my mom and dad were both in the military. My grandpa was in, and then a few aunts and uncles and friends, they also decided to join. So for me, it was something that I always kind of knew I would be doing. So when it came to like sophomore and junior year in high school and everyone else was putting college applications in, I already had that kind of set in my mind that I would be going into the military. And so when senior year came around, that's when I started looking at what branch of service to join. So originally, it's kind of a funny story looking back at it. So my first choice was the Marines. And so I went and talked to the recruiter, or I called them, and they wanted to set up a meeting. And they're like, yeah, we'll pick you up after you get out of school, just wait outside and then we'll stop by. I was like, all right, cool. So I go out, I'm waiting on my porch, 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, maybe the recruiter's just running late. Half hour, about 40 minutes go by, and at that point I made the determination that this guy's just not showing up, whatever. But that said, that was kind of a lesson in itself, that first impressions matter. Because, if this is happening, I really don't know this guy, he doesn't know me, but he's representing the Marines as a whole, as a recruiter. What does this say about the Marines and their ability, to take care of their people? He can't even show up for an initial appointment to meet with me. So that gave me a kind of a bad impression of it, and made me kind of search for different options. The next one I looked at was the Air Force. I really never wanted to join the Navy. I had no intent on it. Same thing with the Coast Guard. Everyone told me not to join the Army, but as I get into some of the future videos, you see, I didn't listen to that. But I went with the Air Force. So I'll be talking a little bit more in another video about basic training and all that stuff. But I eventually did join the Air Force and went in as a firefighter. So when you join, they give you 5, at least the Air Force at the time, gave you 5 different choices of jobs you could have. So I picked my first 4, and then the 5th one, they're like, well, what do you got one more choice, what do you want? Do you want to put something down? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, what about firefighting? So I put it down, and it turns out that was the one I got. But yeah, that's how I kind of came into the whole military. I came from that background. It was something that I always wanted to do. I'm certainly glad that I did it. So let me know, like, what your process was if you're thinking about joining the military. Why do you want to join? What have you gone through so far? If you have any questions on stuff, let me know that too. And we'll see you guys in the next video.